Hello guys, I'm going to be showing you how I make my ponies in real life pictures. If you want to see them, if you haven't seen them, I'll send you a link to my DeviantArt page. Basically, I'm going to be creating an effect sort of like this. This one isn't on my DeviantArt, this one is one I did for my friend, where he wanted kind of like Fluttershy sleeping next to him. What? Okay, I'm going to be doing this in Photoshop CS 5.1. So, let's start that up first. Okay. So what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be recreating the photo I just showed you, using the same picture and the same stuff I used. I actually don't remember who made the render or the vector, as they're more popularly known as. Why did I say that? As they're more known as. I call them renders. Okay. I actually don't know where I got it from. If you recognize the render as one that you've made, in any of my pictures, please tell me so I could credit you. Because I don't want you yelling at me saying, "Oh, you used my render," without crediting me. It's like, I don't know where, I don't even know I got it from you. So yes, please tell me if I'm using your render, because I want to credit you if I have. Okay, so, goddamn, I'm gonna have to go searching for the picture I used. Oh, this will be very fun. I think it started with the letter D, and it was a JPEG. It was a DSCN. That's not it. No, there it is. Did you use the same camera I used or similar? That's be a Nikon camera. I have to go searching for it again. These are all numbers. There we go. Okay, so here it is. Here's a picture in Photoshop. His eyes are kind of like looking off that way. There must be something really interesting over there. I really like those walls. That's awesome. So we have JRAD here. Now I have to go find my Fluttershy vector, or render, or PNG with the background removed, or alpha channel PNG if you want to call it that, or you can just call it whatever you want to call it. I'm still in JPEGs. Here we go. That's not it. I could use that one. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one for the shitting and giggling. Oh yes. So holding down shift to resize and keep proportions. This looks like giant right there. I think it could be a little larger. There we go. Compared to everything's gonna take longer, because not only do I have Photoshop running, but I also have Camtasia Studio 6 running. I think that's good right there. Could be good. I want it like that. There we go. Because like the hair's kind of moving over that little fold, which is like a nice little added touch. There we go. And it's kind of like the tail's kind of... I said that was part of the tail. But this is really the tail. Is kind of leaned up against his shirt. Or his body. Okay. So now that I got it placed, first let me rasterize a layer, because that makes it easier to work with for me. I'm going to go to layers, and I'm going to create a new adjustment layer, which is right here. I'm going to go to curves, because curves is what I work with. Generally I don't work with anything else, but I just lower it, and I also down here like that. Slide this up because this doesn't need to be that big. Okay, now I want to hold down Control and click on the thumbnail, not the words, but the thumbnail for the Fluttershy layer. Now I want to go get my paint bucket tool. It's probably hidden behind the gradient tool, so you just hold it down and select paint bucket. And make sure you have black selected. And just paint that black. Inverse, select inverse. And paint the background black too. So now this will be basically invisible. So now you go back into the inverse again. So now you're back into the Fluttershy layer. I'm gonna wanna zoom in here. Okay, now you want to get your paintbrush tool. It's this tool right here. I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with Photoshop. And the whole reason I'm doing this tutorial is because someone sent me a message. Oh, I like that necklace right here. But someone sent me, my ADD is kicking in. Someone sent me a message on YouTube asking how I did this and if I could point them to a tutorial. But the thing is, this is just stuff I already knew how to do. So I didn't really get it from a tutorial. So I decided to make my own tutorial. So a guy who suggested this, thank you, or you could all thank him, Mr. Mystery Man. Okay, his hardness all the way to the bottom. Size could be, yeah, around 147. And now you just select white. And you just kind of paint towards parts where you generally would think a shadow would be at. So, and if you accidentally just get to a part where a shadow shouldn't be at, you can just clean it up later. But generally, this whole area would be shadows, since the light is coming from generally next to the camera, more off towards the left, so things would generally be more shadowy towards here. And Jesus Christ, why did I choose this picture? This is a bad decision. And how I bring this box up is just right clicking. That looks generally good. This isn't a very time-consuming process, mainly because I'm only doing this for tutorial purposes. So now I'm going to go back to select. Oh no. I'm going to filter. I want to put a Gaussian blur on it. Not 250 pixels, that is way too large. Usually I do it around 9 pixels. 13 should be good, it looks about right. And now I go back in with black, get a relatively smaller, bring the hardness up, and I go and I fix parts that I generally don't like the way I did. So, like around there, I can bring the hardness down a little. But most this is pretty much good. Kind of like how it turned out itself. Just the part that really needed fixed was up there, which I got, and well, okay. Now I can go to select and then inverse. And now I'm currently editing the background. So now I want to go back into the white, bring the size up to around 140, bring hardness all the way down, and I didn't mean to do that. Kind of paint around areas where there would generally be a shadow. So kind of in here, up there. Ignore the laughingness. It's my family. My family! Around here. That seems decent. Yeah. So now I just deselect and just, you know, screen to see how you did, and also, see, here it is without, and here is with. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna fix his eyes, make him stare. No, maybe. My cool stuff. Now first I want to merge visible. It'll just merge all the layers down. I want to crop this because there's just way too much area up around this, so it's cropped. And yeah, I'm gonna mess with his eyes because basically his eyes just kind of like off in his own little world, and I cannot have that. So this is basically how I do it. I just duplicate the layer, kind of go my polygon select tool and just polygon select. There. Now when I go to select, modify feather. This you don't have to worry about if you're just trying to put a pony in real life. You don't have to worry about what I'm doing right now. But also, yeah, that's what I just did. So inverse and delete. So now we have his eye kind of secluded. Do the same thing, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it like that. He's derping like derpy hooves. Well, there, fantastic, brilliant. Oh, there's always one thing I like to add. This is a style choice, basically. But, oh, that's beautiful. No, I'm not done yet. I always like to put a vignette. Why? Because vignettes are awesome. Oh, they make everything better. Except when they're too strong, like they are now! But usually, no, yeah. Still trying to work! Work, damn it. Hurry up! Okay, there we go. Now I usually set it to overlay, but in this case it makes it look like crap, so turn off overlay and I'll just kind of drop the opacity some. There. It's worth about 27.5 words. You always say pictures worth 1,000 words. This one's only worth about 27.5 because I did poorly on it. But yeah. It is now my derpin' friend J-Rad in Fluttershy in a weird suggestive pose right there. Yeah. Let's save this to my desktop because that's where I want to save it. Fantastic. Goodbye.